us from reaching our full potential. However, not everyone knows how to manage their emotions effectively. This is where Thibaut Meurisse's book Master Your Emotions comes in. In this book, Meurisse offers practical tips and techniques to help readers take control of their emotion and live a happier, more fulfilling life. 1. Understanding your emotions. In order to effectively master your emotions, it is crucial to have a fundamental understanding of what emotions are and how they work. According to Thibaut Meurisse, emotions are not inherently good or bad, but rather signals that provide us with important information about ourselves and our environment. Meurisse goes on to describe the 6 basic emotions: anger, fear, sadness, joy, surprise, and disgust. Anger is a response to a perceived threat or injustice, and can often lead to aggressive behavior. Fear is a response to danger, and can manifest as anxiety or panic. Sadness is a response to loss or disappointment, and can lead to feelings of hopelessness or despair. Joy is a positive emotion that is experienced in response to something pleasurable or rewarding. Surprise is a response to unexpected events or stimuli. Finally, disgust is a response to something unpleasant or offensive. It is important to note that emotions are complex and multifaceted, and can often overlap or interact with one another. For example, anger and fear may be experienced simultaneously in response to a perceived threat, or joy and surprise may be felt together in response to a pleasant surprise. By understanding the basic emotions and how they work, we can begin to identify and regulate our emotional responses in a more effective and constructive way. With practice and patience, we can learn to master our emotions and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. 2. The importance of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a vital component of mastering our emotions and leading a successful life, according to Thibaut Meurisse. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions and the emotions of others. It is an essential skill for success in all areas of life, including work, relationships, and personal growth. Meurisse emphasizes that emotional intelligence is not something that we are born with, but rather a skill that can be developed with practice and persistence. He provides several tips for developing emotional intelligence, including practicing self-awareness, which involves being mindful of our own emotional state and understanding how our emotions impact our behavior. It also includes recognizing our emotional triggers and learning to manage them effectively. Another key aspect of emotional intelligence is active listening, which involves giving our full attention to others and empathetically understanding their emotional state. This includes paying attention to verbal and nonverbal cues, such as tone of voice, body language, and facial expressions. Expressing empathy is also a crucial part of emotional intelligence. This involves putting ourselves in someone else's shoes and understanding their emotional state. By empathizing with others, we can better understand their perspective and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. In conclusion, emotional intelligence is a critical skill for mastering our emotion and leading a successful life. By practicing self-awareness, active listening, and empathy, we can develop our emotional intelligence and achieve greater success in all areas of our lives. With time, patience, and practice, we can learn to regulate our emotions effectively and lead a happier, more fulfilling life. 3. The 4 basic emotions. Thibaut Meurisse posits that all emotions can be traced back to 4 basic emotions: happiness, sadness, fear, and anger. Each of these emotions affects our behavior in different ways and requires a unique approach for effective management. Happiness is a positive emotion that promotes feelings of joy, contentment, and satisfaction. It can be cultivated by engaging in activities that bring us pleasure and practicing gratitude. Sadness, on the other hand, is a negative emotion that is often associated with loss or disappointment. It can be managed by accepting our feelings and taking time to process our emotions. Fear is a basic emotion that is often associated with danger or threat. It can manifest as anxiety or panic and can be managed by identifying the source of our fear and taking steps to address it. This can involve seeking support from others, developing coping strategies, or reframing our perception of the situation. Anger is a powerful emotion that can lead to aggressive behavior and is often a response to perceived threat or injustice. It can be managed by practicing self-awareness and identifying the triggers that lead to our anger. Once we understand the source of our anger, we can develop coping strategies to regulate our emotion and respond to situations in a more constructive way. Meurisse emphasizes that effective management of these basic emotions requires a combination of mindfulness, self-awareness, and emotional regulation techniques. By understanding the underlying causes of our emotions and developing strategies for managing them effectively, we can take control of our emotional responses and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. 4. The 3 types of emotions. According to Thibaut Meurisse, emotions can be divided into 3 types: primary, secondary, and background emotions. Understanding these different types of emotions is crucial for effective emotional regulation and management. Primary emotions are the initial emotional responses to a situation. These emotions are often automatic and instinctual, and include feelings such as joy, anger, fear, and sadness. Meurisse emphasizes that it is essential to acknowledge and express these primary emotions in a healthy and constructive way. Secondary emotions, on the other hand, are emotions that come after primary emotions and are often more complex. They are a result of our thoughts and perceptions about the situation, and can include emotions such as guilt, shame, and envy. Meurisse advises that it is important to recognize and address these secondary emotions to prevent them from becoming problematic. Background emotions are emotions that are always present, such as a general feeling of happiness or sadness. Meurisse suggests that these emotions can be managed by developing healthy habits and engaging in activities that promote emotional well-being. This can include mindfulness practices, exercise, and spending time with loved ones. Meurisse also provides tips for managing each type of emotion effectively. For primary emotions, he suggests acknowledging and expressing the emotion in a healthy way, such as through exercise or talking to a trusted friend. For secondary emotions, he advises identifying the underlying thoughts and beliefs that are contributing to the emotion and reframing them in a more positive way. For background emotions, he recommends engaging in activities that promote emotional well-being and developing healthy habits. In conclusion, understanding the different types of emotions and how to manage them effectively is a critical component of emotional regulation and management. By acknowledging and expressing primary emotions, identifying and reframing secondary emotions, and engaging in activities that promote emotional well-being for background emotions, we can take control of our emotions and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. 5. Negative emotions and how to deal with them. Negative emotions are an inevitable part of life, and learning how to manage them effectively is crucial for emotional regulation and well-being. Thibaut Meurisse provides practical tips and techniques for dealing with negative emotions in his book, Master Your Emotions. The first step in dealing with negative emotions is to identify the source of the emotion. This may involve taking time to reflect on our thoughts and feelings and understanding what triggered the emotion. Once we understand the source of the emotion, we can begin to address it more effectively. Reframing the situation is another technique for dealing with negative emotions. This involves shifting our perspective and looking at the situation in a more positive light. For example, if we're feeling overwhelmed at work, we can reframe the situation by focusing on the opportunities for growth and development that come with challenging tasks. Practicing self-compassion is also crucial for dealing with negative emotions. This involves treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, and recognizing that it is normal to experience negative emotions from time to time. It also involves avoiding self-criticism and negative self-talk. Meurisse also emphasizes the importance of self-care when dealing with negative emotions. This can involve engaging in activities that promote relaxation and stress relief, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. In conclusion, negative emotions are a natural part of life, and learning how to manage them effectively is crucial for emotional well-being. By identifying the source of the emotion, reframing the situation, practicing self-compassion, and engaging in self-care activities, we can take control of our emotions and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. 6. Positive emotions and how to cultivate them. Positive emotions are essential for emotional well-being and can have a profound impact on our overall quality of life. Thibaut Meurisse emphasizes the importance of cultivating positive emotions in his book, Master Your Emotions. One of the best ways to cultivate positive emotions is by practicing gratitude. This involves focusing on the things in our lives that we are thankful for and expressing gratitude for them. Gratitude has been shown to have numerous benefits, including improved relationships, increased happiness, and reduced stress. Savoring positive experiences is another technique for cultivating positive emotions. This involves taking the time to appreciate and fully experience the positive moments in our lives, such as a beautiful sunset or a delicious meal. By savoring these experiences, we can increase our overall feelings of happiness and well-being. Engaging in activities that bring us joy is also crucial for cultivating positive emotions. This can include hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or engaging in activities that promote relaxation and stress relief, such as yoga or meditation. Meurisse also emphasizes the importance of positive self-talk in cultivating positive emotions. This involves focusing on our strengths and achievements, rather than our shortcomings and failures. By adopting a positive mindset, we can increase our overall feelings of positivity and well-being. 7. Mindfulness and emotional regulation. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for emotional regulation and well-being. Thibaut Meurisse discusses the benefits of mindfulness in his book, Master Your Emotions, and provides practical tips for practicing mindfulness. At its core, mindfulness involves being present in the moment and aware of our thoughts and emotions. By being fully present and non-judgmental of our thoughts and emotions, we can develop a greater sense of self-awareness and emotional regulation. One of the key benefits of mindfulness is that it can help us become more aware of our emotional responses. By practicing mindfulness, we can begin to identify our emotional triggers and develop strategies for managing our emotions more effectively. Meurisse provides several tips for practicing mindfulness, including taking time each day to focus on our breathing, engaging in mindful movement practices such as yoga or tai chi, and practicing mindful meditation. In addition to these practices, Meurisse emphasizes the importance of integrating mindfulness into our daily lives. This can involve being fully present in our daily activities, such as eating, walking, or talking with others, and being mindful of our thoughts and emotions in these moments. In conclusion, mindfulness is a powerful tool for emotional regulation and well-being. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop a greater sense of self-awareness, identify our emotional triggers, and learn to manage our emotions more effectively. With time, patience, and practice, we can integrate mindfulness into our daily lives and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. 8. Overcoming emotional triggers. Emotional triggers can be challenging to deal with, as they can cause intense and overwhelming emotions. Thibaut Meurisse provides practical tips for overcoming emotional triggers in his book, Master Your Emotions. The first step in overcoming emotional triggers is to identify them. This involves taking the time to reflect on our emotional responses and understanding what triggers them. By identifying our triggers, we can begin to develop strategies for managing them effectively. Reframing the situation is another technique for overcoming emotional triggers. This involves shifting our perspective and looking at the situation in a more positive light. For example, if we're feeling anxious about a work presentation, we can reframe the situation by focusing on the opportunity to showcase our skills and expertise. Practicing relaxation techniques is also crucial for overcoming emotional triggers. This can include deep breathing, meditation, or progressive muscle relaxation. By engaging in relaxation techniques, we can reduce the intensity of our emotional response and regain control of our emotions. Meurisse also emphasizes the importance of self-care when dealing with emotional triggers. This can involve engaging in activities that promote emotional well-being, such as exercise, spending time with loved ones, or engaging in hobbies that bring us joy. In conclusion, emotional triggers can be challenging to deal with, but with the right strategies and techniques, we can overcome them effectively. By identifying our triggers, reframing the situation, practicing relaxation techniques, and engaging in self-care, we can take control of our emotions and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. 9. Strategies for mastering your emotions. Mastering our emotions is essential for emotional regulation and well-being. Thibaut Meurisse provides practical strategies for mastering our emotions in his book, Master Your Emotions. Reframing is a powerful technique for mastering our emotions. This involves shifting our perspective and looking at the situation in a more positive light. By reframing the situation, we can reduce the intensity of our emotional response and regain control of our emotions. Self-talk is another powerful technique for mastering our emotions. This involves being mindful of our thoughts and language, and reframing negative self-talk into more positive and constructive self-talk. By changing the way we talk to ourselves, we can develop a more positive mindset and increase our overall emotional well-being. Visualization is another technique for mastering our emotions. This involves visualizing a positive outcome or situation and focusing on the feelings associated with that outcome. By visualizing positive outcomes, we can increase our feelings of optimism and reduce our emotional response to challenging situations. Self-care is also crucial for mastering our emotions. This can involve engaging in activities that promote emotional well-being, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones. It can also involve setting boundaries and taking time for ourselves when we need it. Finally, Meurisse emphasizes the importance of setting realistic goals for emotional mastery. By setting achievable goals, we can develop a sense of progress and accomplishment, which can boost our overall emotional well-being. In conclusion, mastering our emotions is a critical component of emotional regulation and well-being. By using strategies such as reframing, self-talk, and visualization, engaging in self-care activities, and setting realistic goals, we can take control of our emotions and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. 10. Emotional mastery in relationships. Emotions play a significant role in our relationships with others, and mastering our emotions in these relationships is crucial for maintaining healthy and fulfilling connections. Thibaut Meurisse provides practical tips for mastering our emotions in relationships in his book, Master Your Emotions. One of the most important strategies for emotional mastery in relationships is practicing empathy. This involves putting ourselves in the other person's shoes and trying to understand their perspective and emotions. By practicing empathy, we can develop a deeper sense of connection and understanding with others. Active listening is another crucial strategy for emotional mastery in relationships. This involves truly listening to the other person and trying to understand their point of view without judgment or interruption. By actively listening, we can demonstrate empathy and build stronger connections with others. Setting boundaries is also crucial for emotional mastery in relationships. This involves being clear about our own needs and limitations and communicating them to others. By setting boundaries, we can prevent emotional overwhelm and maintain healthy relationships. Meurisse also emphasizes the importance of managing our own emotions in relationships. This involves being aware of our emotional triggers and taking steps to regulate them effectively. By managing our own emotions, we can prevent them from negatively impacting our relationships with others. Mastering our emotions in relationships is essential for maintaining healthy and fulfilling connections with others. By practicing empathy, active listening, setting boundaries, and managing our own emotions effectively, we can develop stronger and more meaningful relationships with the people in our lives. 11. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can have a profound impact on our emotional well-being and overall quality of life. Thibaut Meurisse discusses the benefits of gratitude and provides practical tips for cultivating gratitude in his book, Master Your Emotions. One of the most significant benefits of gratitude is that it can increase our overall feelings of happiness and well-being. By focusing on the things in our lives that we are thankful for, we can shift our perspective and develop a more positive outlook on life. Meurisse provides several tips for cultivating gratitude in our lives, including keeping a gratitude journal, expressing gratitude to others, and focusing on the present moment. By keeping a gratitude journal, we can develop a daily habit of focusing on the things in our lives that we are thankful for. By expressing gratitude to others, we can strengthen our relationships and build a sense of connection and community. Focusing on the present moment is also crucial for cultivating gratitude. By being fully present and mindful of our experiences, we can appreciate the small moments of joy and beauty in our lives and develop a greater sense of gratitude for them. Meurisse also emphasizes the importance of incorporating gratitude into our daily lives. This can involve simple practices such as saying thank you or taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of nature. By incorporating gratitude into our daily routines, we can develop a greater sense of appreciation for the world around us and increase our overall feelings of well-being. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can have a significant impact on our emotional well-being and overall quality of life. By cultivating gratitude through practices such as keeping a gratitude journal, expressing gratitude to others, and focusing on the present moment, we can increase our overall feelings of happiness and appreciation for the world around us. Conclusion. Master Your Emotions by Thibaut Meurisse is a valuable resource for anyone looking to master their emotion and improve their emotional regulation skills. Meurisse provides practical tips and techniques for understanding our emotions, developing emotional intelligence, and practicing mindfulness. By understanding our emotions and recognizing their signals, we can develop a greater sense of self-awareness and emotional regulation. Meurisse's discussion of emotional intelligence emphasizes the importance of recognizing and managing our own emotion, as well as those of others, in all areas of life. Meurisse's tips for practicing mindfulness and emotional regulation techniques such as reframing, visualization, and self-talk can help us take control of our emotions and develop a more positive mindset. The book also provides practical strategies for managing negative emotions, cultivating positive emotion, and mastering our emotions in relationships. Meurisse emphasizes the importance of self-care and setting realistic goals for emotional mastery. In summary, Master Your Emotions is a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their emotional regulation skills and take control of their emotions. With practical tips and techniques, Meurisse's book provides a roadmap for mastering your emotion and living a happier, more fulfilling life. Don't miss a single book summary. Subscribe to our channel now and join the Hustlers Rule the World community. Together, we'll conquer the world, one book summary at a time.